1. We are live, and the race is just about to load in.
Perfect timing, I guess, huh?
We turn this music down.
I would imagine this is probably one of the most anticipated matches this week, if not the most anticipated match. It's probably the most exciting match. It's obviously part of, you know, the Group D situation.
Yeah, so
interesting this year.
If you haven't already been keeping up, pretty much this match decides whether Germany qualifies or not to the quarterfinals.
Yep. And the same goes for yeah. The same goes for Peru and Italy as well, though, depending on the point difference and how things go. So interesting to see Shotzi go backwards for the double Wumpa in hopes of rolling a super engine. I feel like this is kind of a new strat. This has been only put into practice recently with varying success, though, I feel like.
Yeah, so we sang off of Inferno Island, which is I haven't taken a proper look at the draft, but
yeah, we can do that after this race.
Yeah.
And we see some gaming from Majin here. I would imagine he's probably gonna be able to take first place here with that.
It is a risky going right side of the Sacred Fire, lost him a bit of speed.
It worked out, I guess, so I guess it's fine. He still has a little bit of a lead, even though he has no Sacred Fire, but it shouldn't really matter too much. I feel like this is a pretty strong top 2 at the moment for Germany. Borzi is protected. Where's he an unjust orb? Oh, that's gonna take out Barracuda though, so Shotzi's gonna be able to combo Barracuda here. Yeah, he's probably...
Okay, so top 2 for Germany right now. Barracuda's wedged between 2 Mexicans by the looks of it. So you have to take a look at Shotzi's screen. He's got a shield, so he might... Okay, it looks like Barracuda got killed by... I don't know what the pinstripe is. Just
clock. That's a pretty good clock usage right there. But Majin should be able to get Shotzi actually. No, he doesn't. Okay.
I'm guessing this was Germany's clock, right?
I don't think so, because in that case they would have sacrificed Majin. He needs to be careful. If he has a back bump here, then he's dead. Oh, mister, that's a really good item roll here.
And if Angel doesn't have an item to block it, he's gonna get that position.
And he can probably combo if he
can. Holding his shield definitely just backfired right there, but he's got his teammate to back him up, so it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, this was a really good move by Barracuda. It seems like Bassa got comboed. On the minimap we can see it, but this is looking like 1-3-4 for Germany, which is kind of what I expected on these small tracks. I feel like overall Germany is probably better on those small tracks, you know, the more tactical tracks, whereas I feel like Mexico is probably better on the running tracks, I feel like.
Yeah. I'd say Germany's probably got a much more diverse lineup. I feel like they can perform well on most tracks, whereas I feel like these Sacred Fire tracks are a weakness for Mexico, which is something that Mexico's clearly taking an advantage of. Alright, so yeah, understandably that was Germany's pick, and now we're on to Electron, next race.
Yeah, so Mexico has picked Electron Avenue, Mystery Caves, Cortex Castle, Jungle Boogie, and Prehistoric Playground. I'm a little bit surprised about Jungle Boogie. This is not the track I would have expected at all from Mexico. I feel like the other 4 tracks are kind of within what we expected. But Jungle Boogie's a mystery to me, to be honest. I can't really explain where that came from, but yeah, we just have to see how it goes. Germany, on the other hand, Mega Mix Mania, Deep Sea Driving, Papoose Pyramid, and Assembly Lane. Assembly Lane, I mean, the most played track in the World Cup this year by far. Papoose Pyramid, also pretty good pick. Germany has played well on Papoose Pyramid a couple times throughout the World Cup. Surprised about the Mega Mix Mania pick. But yeah, Inferno and Deep Sea seems reasonable as well. We've had some good races on Deep Sea Driving in the past too. So yeah, overall, pretty standard draft for the most part.
An interesting lineup the Mexicals brought out this time. I was expecting either Broca or Mexic, but this is Chirisky's second appearance in the whole World Cup.
I feel like Chirisky is also pretty good at securing high spots usually.
Yeah, he's a really strong front runner.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed whenever I've been facing him in FFA. He kind of gets away easily and then just keeps holding it onto first, which is something that Broca is also really good at.
Okay, so we see Barca breaking away. Shotzi tried to go fast and got hit at the start. Deadly's close behind Barca. If Barca can backspam well, Deadly's in a bad spot. He actually gets beaker sniped by, I don't know who that was. It looked like a teammate.
Fire, unfortunately. It's gonna put him a little bit behind.
A lot of chaos in these mid spots right now. Imagine's coming with a mask. He can, if they stay grouped up, he can do a lot of damage with that. He misses the item roll.
He uses the mask unjuiced though, so he's not really gonna catch up to anyone that much. Yeah, missiles are notably ineffective on this track. I feel like it's really hard to do a big play on Electron Avenue unless the opponent fucks up in any particular way, because
yeah, I feel like this map is a battle of attrition really.
Yeah, that's
who can
kind
keep up the consistent lines and which team can do the most back spamming in the front.
Yeah, since there's such a high availability of blue fire, most items are noticeably weak on this track. Backspam barely matters. Missiles don't really matter. It's like there's only 2 spots on the entire track where hitting someone is beneficial, and on most other spots you can just get blue fire back. So Electron Avenue often ends up being the 4 blue shield POV after like 3-4 laps.
Hopefully we've got some back position POVs to keep us interested.
I mean, if
not that there's much happening.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Like, usually the spots are kind of distributed in a way where nobody's really close together.
Imagine gets taken out, so Shotzi's gonna be able to catch up to 6th place. And he rolls a mask, but Imagine also has a mask, so
he's probably gonna keep holding on to it. Ah, okay, he would have been weaker otherwise, but the reason why I said he might hold on to it is because Barracuda's in last place, and in case Barracuda rolls a power item, Magic would be protected by a mask. But
Imagine getting close misses with the bombs from Chirisky.
He should be able to get him here too.
Yeah. Chirisky wasted an opportunity. He had triple bombs and just missed both of them, so hard punished for that. But now Shots is coming in with a mask and he's catching up very quickly. Imagine's probably going to lose the spot to that.
Yep.
And then the orb comes out. And I'm guessing that was Barracuda's orb, judging by the timing.
Yeah, Imagine probably called it out as soon as he got hit. Oh.
Imagine getting spooked by the red beaker.
Interesting.
That's a mind game beaker, really. When you put something on that ramp.
Really annoying beaker. I feel like any item on this ramp can be annoying depending on the angle.
Well, meanwhile, in the front, Buzzy actually gains position on Deadly. I assume he got taken out by the orb or some back spam, so now it's 1-3 for Germany.
Yeah, the top 3 is like pretty much secluded from the rest of the group, so I don't think we're gonna see any more position changes there, but I feel like the other positions might still be able to change depending on things.
Yeah, Imagine it's going to need to roll a lot of masks to catch up at this point. 2 have just got so separated from everyone else.
Yeah, this is looking pretty even in positions. If everything stays like this, then Mexico's gonna win by 1 point.
Imagine getting close to 6th place, but he rolls missiles, which aren't really going to be useful.
Yeah.
He would have hoped for a mask in that position. He gets one, but too late.
Yep.
But it's still a decent win for Germany's side, and
no, it's not.
I think, isn't it 1-3?
No.
Isn't that always a win?
No, 1-3 is always. 1-3 is a -1 if you have bottom 2.
Right. I assumed it was always a win.
No. Only top 2 is guaranteed win.
Okay. So -1, which would put it to...
I think Barca securing
4
first
over.
place here was the important play here for Germany.
Yeah. Lap 1 is the most important part of that track especially, but pretty much every track in the game. So the fact that he could get the break pretty much just through lines, he would kind of like, he didn't even hit anyone after the first back spam, he just was far enough ahead where it didn't matter, he was just out of range.
Yep. Yeah, on Action Avenue you can get ahead pretty quickly actually.
Yeah, it's the first item roll that kind of has the biggest impact.
Especially since you get blue fire literally at the start of the race. So that plays a lot. Like, there are some other blue fire tracks where the STP is, you know, somewhere in the middle of the lap or at the end of lap 1. But Action Avenue has the blue fire pad like literally at the start of the race, like it's literally on the finish line. And that of course makes the first item crate set extremely impactful. Because once you get hit, you immediately fall behind by many seconds.
The Mystery K is next. This is another one from Mexico.
I mean,
so
looking at how the races have been going so far, who do you think is gonna win? Because it's kind of hard for me to tell. Like, obviously, being from Germany myself, I am obviously rooting for Germany, which is completely understandable. At the same time, I feel like Mexico is really strong. I mean, the Mexican teams have won tournaments before. I remember one of the 4v4 tournaments that was won by Mexico, so it's not like they are a weak team or anything. In fact, they are first place in our group at the moment. So it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't really like predict now because it could easily change. But if you looked at like the match versus Italy, Mexico's biggest strong suit was just winning the start fights, and Germany's actually been the ones winning the start fights against Deadly, who scored what, like 70, 80 against Mexico.
Yep.
If I'm
imagine
remembering
the
correctly.
early unjust orb. Yeah, there's a good orb usage that's gonna snipe Shotzi from first place. With a good combo
if you get a lap 1 orb like that, you gotta make the most of it, because that's like the most dangerous item you can get.
Yep, in general I feel like the earlier power items happen, the more impact they're gonna have, with blue shields being a thing. You should always prefer to use power items early than later.
I think more and more teams are starting to realize that in their strategy.
Yeah, I mean, the clock is fine, but what good is the clock if 4 people at the top have a blue shield? That's kind of what it comes down to. Once again, we see Germany occupying first place, so this is already gonna be a, difficult situation for Mexico, because, with Imagine being in first place, the best thing Mexico can do here is get 2, 3, 4, 5, which would only be a +7 win. It's gonna be difficult to do some damage control here with Imagine being
another orb. But Imagine's got shield, and it's going around another lap because it skips Shotzi in the split. It feels like more and more often there's an orb that just skips. I feel like I don't remember it happening that much at the start of the game, but now it's like every race the orb goes around another lap. Either because people are intentionally doing it or just something's changed.
I mean, there have been some cases of intentional, tricking the orb into going another lap, but I feel like more than often it just backfires, because the thing is, the orb doesn't care for you. Like, the orb doesn't care about you at all. He's gonna hit you twice, 3 times, 4 times if he has to. He's gonna hit you as often as you're in his path. And I feel like more than often it completely backfires, and it's gonna hit your own team more than you would have expected it.
It's a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah.
So these two Cocos holding pretty strong onto 2, 3, 4. Germany is occupying the bomb 3 currently. They've got the power item potential, and they've got the mask potential, and masks are pretty strong on this track, so they got this final lap to make their move. All eyes are on Buzzy right now. Barracuda seems to be unable to roll a mask, and I think it's at this point too late. I think these are the sealed positions, and it's going to be a +7 for Mexico. And that was kind of an underwhelming race, to be honest. After lap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just stayed the same the entire time, and it seemed like Germany were just unable to catch up.
Yeah, I feel like this was well done by Mexico. They did as much as they could, which is what I said earlier, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it gives them a +7 win. Definitely well played here, and it's definitely a strategy you can adopt, because, like, most of the time, as you said earlier as well, first place is untouchable anyways, because first place in this game is fucking OP, and if you realize early on, okay, there's no way getting first place back, then it's better to focus on getting 2, 3, 4, 5, which is still a +7 win, so. But I feel like overall we are probably gonna see some more position changes on this table throughout this war, because I feel like there's gonna be exchanges in both directions.
Yeah, once again, Germany getting first place. So they're definitely they're controlling the strongest spot, but they haven't really been able to use it to its full power so far. But if this stays this way, where Germany hold first place, they're they have this like tactical advantage where, in theory, they should be able to win if they have first place in every race.
The thing with Germany right now is they've managed to get the first place in all of the races, but they've also gotten the 8th place in all of the races. So,
yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like, you know, the goal to winning a war is getting as many first places as possible and avoiding 8th places. You can get anything in between. You can win a war if you only get like 3rd, 4th. That's completely enough. Like you can have the crown in the war by getting 3rd place in every single race. You know.
Yeah. It's just when you have first place, you have such a advantage with the backspam that you should be able to get better than bomb free for the rest of your team. But I think Mexico are actually one of the strongest teams at like preventing themselves from getting 8th, you know?
Yeah, I mean Mexico is always clawing onto you and trying to keep up with you.
They're persistent.
Oh, good beaker. Barca once again trying to escape, but Cherisky is on his ass, and someone is coming through with a mask. Or was that Barracuda?
Oh. It looks like Barca got taken out, so Mexico are gonna take first place early on.
They're gonna take top 2. But Majin has a mask and star, so if he gets that Wumpa crate here, then he can
this could be straight into first.
This is huge. Yeah,
it's
just... What?
That's so...
Oh...
That is really frustrating to see.
That is a severe mistake.
That
is a very bad mistake. That might... I'm just not gonna say anything. We're gonna see at the end of the war. But, yeah, that was interesting.
But anyways, Deadly in 5th place. He's got a shield. Power item from Mexico could turn this into a top 2. Man, even like I'm trying to keep it neutral, and like that's not even me like being sad out of Germany failing. It's just like the frustration of seeing someone have such a strong opportunity to take out top 2 and just choking it like that.
Yeah,
that hurts no matter which team I'm watching.
Oh yeah, that is definitely true.
And there's
then
the clock
strikes right as matching.
And that's pretty much exactly what I'd suggested before. Deadly with the shield in 4th, getting top 2 now. He's gonna lose his shield passing Barracuda, but he's keeping 2nd no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, Barca and Bozzy have fallen a little bit behind, and Bozzy just... Oh no, he didn't. Okay. Oh, and he hits the red beat. Yeah, that's...
And that's pretty much curtains for Bozzy there. There's no way he's getting out of 8th.
They both hit that Vega. What the fuck?
Wow. Okay, that's tragic.
That's actually tragic. Holy shit. Okay, so I mean, I'm not gonna downplay it. This race is a disaster for Germany. At the same time, Mexico has the opportunity to capitalize on this. If they play
Mexico
well,
can get a really strong win out of this.
Yeah, they can get like a plus 11, plus 13 from this race if they capitalize on those mistakes. And I feel like Mexico is also going to need that big of a win because Germany is a very strong team. So is Mexico, and you know the big exchanges, they matter the most when teams are roughly on an even level.
Yeah, and this is how it feels like when you're like the higher the skills of the team, the more amplified your mistakes are.
Yeah.
So when you make one mistake like bonking a wall, like Majin did, that just sends shockwaves into the rest of the race.
Yep. Because the thing is, with every mistake, you also have another team on your level that's gonna capitalize on those mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like Barca and Bossi haven't been able to recover from this, so we're gonna see a plus 11 for Mexico here. Yep.
Yeah. That was a tough tough race to watch.
A very tragic race.
But they still managed to maintain 3 and 4, so
well played by
staying
Mexico
close.
though. Strong clock usage. Well timed. Definitely did a lot of damage. And Mexico is now 14 points ahead of Germany. Going into race 5. You know, still a very slight point difference. This is a point difference you can easily make up with just one race. I feel like as long as you are within that range of like one race, it's always anyone's game basically. Because we've seen comebacks from a -17 going into the last race, you know? So everything is still open.
Alright. Switch them. So deep sea driving next. This is Germany's pick. However, it seems like I think Mexico should be able to gain some momentum from that race. I think Germany might feel a bit of tilt. Yeah, at least for this next race.
I mean, honestly, I'm also not really sure where the Mega Mix Mania pick came from, because I remember during the practice wars that we had into the weeks and months leading up to the World Cup, we said that Mega Mix Mania is not a good track at all, and if I remember correctly, we also didn't have very good practice results on Mega Mix Mania, so we opted to, you know, not pick the track early on. I'm not really sure why Germany picked the track today, but
yeah, my
like
guess is either one of two things really. It's either Barca's front running, which is a huge gamble because yes, he was in first, but the mask ended him, and it was either that or the Red Beaker Pulsewood and Engine Pulsewood, and the possibilities that Germany could get from that.
Yeah, but the thing is, both of these things are so situational.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a gamble that backfired in Mexico's favor.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Deep sea driving, on the other hand, could be any team's game here, to be honest. I feel like Mexico can kind of, you know, build up on that momentum. But on the other hand, Germany has had some really good races in the World Cup on deep sea driving before. So it's definitely a good track for us. We've had good results on this track in the past.
Okay, we see Mexico getting a pretty strong top 2 off the bat. Both of Germany's front runners getting taken out.
And we see another lap 1 off.
And that's going to be a big game changer. He's going to use it as top 2 past the STP, I can imagine.
Yeah, but he's going to juice it up for sure. Like, he's not going to use it unjuiced like last time, because we can see that 3 of the 4 spots in the top are occupied by Mexico, so a juiced orb makes more sense, and he should probably
He's gonna fire it now.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Question is, does Barracuda dodge the orb, or are they just going for to hit everyone? Okay, so Barracuda dodges, and so does second.
Oh, okay. First base didn't dodge. Okay, so it hit 1 of 2 people, which is, you know, still fine. This is still easily comebackable. Deep sea driving is one of the most high octane tracks in the game. Like, the blue fire is so fast. It's one of the highest blue fire speeds, and there's just so much going on this track. I feel like I like deep sea driving. I know a lot of people don't, but it's a good track. It's a good track. Oh no, that beaker, that hurts. Yeah. He's
He
gonna
hits
get
the blade in 7th, falling down. And now Bus is gonna get the pass on him. Deadly hits a blade in 1st, and now Barracuda could actually slip in 2nd here, depending on the distance. It's catching up. It looks like Deadly's far enough ahead where it won't matter. Deadly misses the mask on Angel, so he's gonna be kind of in danger. He's got shield behind him. Looks like Barca just took a red beaker, possibly.
Oh, imagine gets triple bombed. So yeah, this seems like another good, strong top 2 by Cherisky and Deadly, followed by
Barca's actually gonna fall into 8th again. It's not having a good time.
Another strong win by Mexico here. I think this is a +7? +9? Yeah, it should be +9.
Yeah, Mexico really starting to break away now. And I think there's going to be a lot more pressure on Germany. Because...
Yeah, I mean, that is also something about this match. The pressure is definitely on Germany's side, because Mexico is pretty safe. Mexico is in a very safe spot.
Yeah, unless Mexico loses by, like, I don't know, 30 or something like that, they're pretty much...
No, Mexico has to lose by, like...
it's 26 or 28.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well, I remember it being like...
Oh, wait, no. Never mind, because Italy won, never mind. So, yeah, Mexico guaranteed in.
Yeah,
so it's pretty much just Germany.
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying. So Mexico is pretty much safely through. But the pressure here is definitely on Germany, and that's also an aspect to consider. The pressure is definitely on Germany because, you know, Germany wants to advance. And yeah, with the group dynamic in Group D, Germany has to win, and they have to win by... No, they just have to win in general. It doesn't matter by how many points. As long as they win, they are going to advance into the final bracket. But yeah, +23 going into the halftime. It's not a huge difference. In a span of 5 races, we are looking at a point difference on average of 5. So this is still anyone's game for sure. At the same time, I am pretty sure that Germany doesn't want to be behind by 23 anyway, so...
Yeah. And I think some players on Germany's side are kind of underperforming right now, and I think they're gonna have to pick it up if they want to win this match. Yeah, otherwise, Mexico's not gonna have much challenge winning.
I mean, if you look at the points, I feel like it's always kind of hard to talk about this, but I feel like Barca hasn't really been playing up to his standard in most of the races. Electron Avenue was good, but he hasn't really been able to secure any notable position in any of the upper races. Like, he's been getting 8th, 7th, and 8th again. So, yeah, this is not at all what we're used to seeing from him.
Yeah, he's been kind of defenseless in the back. He's been pretty much kind of just mopping up back spam and losing item fights with the Mexican players pretty much every time.
On the other hand, I feel as though the second half is probably going to be better for Germany because like Jungle Boogie is a good track for us. Papu's Assembly, Prehistoric, like all those tracks are good for us. And I know me saying Jungle Boogie is good is gonna cause backlash because I know that Barracuda doesn't like Jungle Boogie. He thinks it's an RNG track. At the same time, I feel like the small tracks are good for us. But yeah. We just have to wait.
So we've had a host switch, so now we're on Bars's host, I think. Yeah, Bars's host. So Germany might be able to get best performance with their own host, maybe.
Who was hosting the first half? Was it one of the Mexican players?
I'd assume so.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention
so
to
yeah,
which one.
This is definitely also an aspect to consider. With someone from Mexico hosting, you obviously have a lot more desync, and someone like Barca, for example, who is like going for running strats, might have more trouble dealing with the desync because you can get hit from further ranges. So maybe that's been throwing him off for the entire half.
Yeah.
I feel like Barca hosting might definitely prove to be an advantage for Team Germany for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's something I've noticed myself as well. I've got so used to hosting that I'm like thrown off by the high desync items.
Yeah.
I've got so used to hosting where it's like I can't actually live without it anymore.
I mean, there's a reason why I am pretty much always hosting whenever I'm playing. For example, when we played Wars in RC, you probably remember those. When Megumi was hosting, for example, I always had a lot of trouble dealing with the insane desync because, I mean, after all, Megumi lives on the other side of the Earth. So I always had this high desync to deal with that was like twice as big as what I'm used to. And I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I can deal with my own desync when I'm hosting, but if it's someone else's, it's like fucking hell.
I actually forgot to check if there are any substitutions. I didn't notice any. Yeah, and it looks like everything is the same. We'll be able to see when the lights go on. If the lights go on. This is taking a bit longer than usual.
This shouldn't be too concerning for now.
I think we might have had a crash here.
Oh yeah, I think that they loaded in too fast, I think.
Yep. I'm always curious because obviously I think Deadly watched through the whole cutscene.
I mean, he loaded in very quickly.
Yeah, I guess sometimes it's just like there's like nothing you can do. You just load in crazy fast. Even like after watching the cutscene, it crashes. That's an annoying delay because it's like they just remade the lobby and now they have to remake the lobby again.
I mean, it could have also been just a general glitch. Like sometimes the races don't start without any particular reason.
Could it be the Magin tech is back?
God, the Magin tech. Like nobody even knows what caused it. It just kind of started at some point and then it stopped.
Yeah, it's that is like beyond science. I'm pretty sure that PS4 was haunted because it like it never happened and then it starts happening like when the PS5s came out. So it was like coincidentally happening at the same time as the glitch was happening in general. with PS5s, so it's so weird that that actually happened.
I mean, one day if we are all on PS5, we're gonna, and we're not gonna have this issue anymore. But yeah.
Okay. Attempt 2 are loading into the race. We haven't really paid attention to the bands actually. Seems like Mexico did their research with their bands. Tiger Temple, Turbo Trek, and Dingo Canyon are all classic Germany picks.
Yeah, the bands are definitely well picked. Germany banned DTD and Tiny Arena with picks. I can understand those. But they also banned Imagine Station.
Yeah, you'd probably know more than me on the thoughts behind those bands, because I don't really actually know Mexico's tracks very well. I haven't played against them many times.
I mean, none of us really likes Tiny Arena, and none of us likes DTD either.
Yeah, I could have guessed maybe it's just these are picks we don't like rather than picks that they like. Okay, so we're actually starting this time. Imagine goes for the fast mask, doesn't receive it.
Yeah. And it seems like the desync is working out much better for Barca. He's already
Barca's got a pretty big lead. This bomb could make... Nope.
No, he gets
reach him.
back-bombed by Barca, okay? And Shotzi loses fire, so yeah,
and
Barca has
Angel's
a free
coming
escape
up onto Shotzi with a mask. And that should reach him. Never mind.
This is looking good. Machin can take it. Yeah,
he fires the missile too early though.
Close. If Barca has any item here, then Shotzi might be in danger.
Yeah, it's
tied on reserves.
Yeah, I think Imagine will just have to give him the second. I don't think he can really fight him with the reserves he had.
Yep.
And now Shotzi's holding a shield and so is Imagine, so we're gonna just see the fighting just stops.
This is gonna be probably a very, actionless race.
And actually, we also see 4 and 5 are occupied by Germany as well, so it's pretty much only Shotzi in the top. Imagine slowly outlining him right now.
He can take his blue shield off. Yeah, I mean...
I think Imagine's gonna wait for the next... Or he's gonna fall off the track. That's...
Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
That's a choke.
But...
And he wastes his shield on the spider as well. Yeah. Oh, Shotzi actually lost reserves.
Okay.
So this could be a potential top 4 depending on what Imagine
tragic. Does. I mean, Shotzi only has a nitro, so...
And now Imagine loses fire.
Okay, so this is gonna be a dice roll, but Imagine gets back a blue shield, and we are looking at it.
And meanwhile, Barracuda looks like it's taken out. I think that's Angel. Barracuda gets taken out himself, so... And now as soon as... There's an orb coming out as soon as Germany takes top 3. But it's not going to affect Imagine.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. It's unjuiced even.
Okay. Actually, I'm surprised that was unjuiced. I thought he juiced it. I think maybe he fired it before he got the 10 Wumper. Either that or it skipped. But yeah, top 3 for Germany by the looks of it. Pretty much nothing will change. Now it's just between the 4 Mexicans and Barracuda.
This is looking like a top 3 and 6th place even.
And it looks like those positions are gonna stay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a plus 15 for Germany. The host change is working out really well, it seems like. But also, as I said, I feel like the second half of tracks overall is better for us. I mean, obviously we've talked about, you know, which tracks we should play and which we should not play. And all of us, or most of us, felt pretty comfortable on Codex Castle, for example. So, along with the host change, I feel like, you know, this is the opportunity for Germany to claw back. And
you know, I feel like I should have got a Mexican caster as well to even it out.
Yeah, probably.
Like with the what match was it? Colombia, USA.
Yeah. That is definitely true. Yeah, looking at Basa's scores is definitely interesting. He's a man of extremes. He's either first or last. There's nothing in between.
It's a textbook front runner score right there.
Yeah. That's as much as you can hope for.
Yeah, even though Barracuda hasn't been scoring too greatly, I think he's done a pretty good job taking out, just playing the middle of the pack and taking out.
Yeah, he's been playing a good support role for sure. Mexico's scores are all more distributed. I mean, obviously we have Cherisky and Deadly having the most points, but I feel like overall their scores are pretty balanced.
Yeah, I think Mexico has less of a set role amongst each player.
Yeah.
Angel definitely likes to play the back. I'd say I would have put Shotzi as more of a front runner, but I think because Cherisky and Deadly are on the lineup, he's also playing mid spots instead. Okay, we're loading into Jungle Boogie.
Oh boy.
Let's see how this one turns out. I'm curious.
I mean, there's one thing I can tell you. We've had a practice match a while ago where we picked Jungle Boogie as the last track. And no, it might have even been a World Cup match actually where we picked Jungle Boogie and it backfired completely. And we lost by like 17 points, I think. That was the only time we picked Jungle Boogie, so, you know.
Shotzi going first, spamming his item, and he hits one or two players, but he's hit the corner, so now it's between Bas and Cherisky. But Barracuda comes like, with a mask, actually.
Yeah, that is a really good mask, but gets taken out early on already.
And actually, that went from being a really strong start for Germany to a really bad start, because I don't know what happened to Barracuda, but he actually team killed Bas as well.
Yeah, on Jungle Boogie, it's always hard to, you know, avoid your teammates if you have a mask, because the track is so narrow and so small.
Okay, Bas actually wins that fight with Shotzi. Seeing a pretty big split between bottom 3 and top 5 right now. Second place has a shield, and it seems like first also does, so... It's kinda... yeah, this is kinda... it's most uneventful Jungle Boogie I've actually seen in a while, really. Usually it's a lot more chaotic than we're getting right now.
Yeah, nobody's really roading anything. Like, obviously we need a power item right now if we want to see a position change to the top 2. Unless someone severely fucks up, like respawning after the second shortcut, but I don't think we're gonna see that.
Meanwhile in the back, Shotzi's coming with masks, but it looks like Bas is rolling an equal amount, so he's gonna catch up to 6th place on the mini-map. He's gonna... imagine actually took an item, but I think he's gonna be fine, he's got an engine.
It's not gonna matter.
And Barca, it looks like Barca rolls the right item to take out Chiriski, so he's gonna get 6th place.
This is
so
a
it's actually
3 for Germany.
Yeah, they minimized their loss, but they really choked hard at the start.
I mean, considering how things went, having an equal race or an even race like this is absolutely fine. -3 is basically nothing, so I'm glad it didn't turn out worse than this. Because
I think Mexico could have had a very strong race there with the top 2 that they had, but they played it pretty safe, and Barca actually managed to hold Chiriski and Shotzi in the back single-handedly. Mexico definitely could have capitalized on that more than they did, but I don't blame them for playing safe. They've already got the lead. They don't necessarily need to make it any bigger. They don't need to take any risks, at least for now.
Okay, 3 tracks left, and we have a point gap of 11.
Who's Pyramid?
Papo's Pyramid, Assembly Lane, and Prehistoric Playground. Those 3 tracks are all pretty good for Germany. I can say that much. Whether or not Germany can capitalize on this is something we're gonna see. The thing in this war is, I feel like Mexico hasn't really been doing any crucial mistakes. Like, whenever they've lost a race, which only happened 2 times so far, it was mostly because they lost the exchange at the start, basically. And
yeah, I think the biggest mistake is Shotzi losing fire on Kotek's castle.
Yeah,
Other than that, they've been playing pretty consistent.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been getting at. And I feel like Germany, we've seen some of the German players do crucial mistakes, and Mexico has been capitalizing on those a lot. But we haven't seen the exact same round where Germany has capitalized on mistakes that Mexico did. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say, because if Germany
once again a pretty strong lead
loses the exchanges at the start, it could be problematic. But if we have a situation like this where Bozzy gets away early,
was he not able to hold reserves though? And that's a critical mistake. He had such a big lead. All he needed to do was hold yellow fire.
This is all about Magin now. If Magin, no, it isn't gonna be enough. He needs a good item here. Oh, a missile is a perfect item, and that has a TNT. Still 2, 3, 4 for Germany, so still winning positions. Magin can outline Deadly here though, because
he's got infinite reserves. Deadly's gonna have to
broken on this track, like.
He misses the back bomb there. That could have, and there it is.
Back bomb in return. Like that is once again one of these crucial mistakes that Mexico can just capitalize on, because with Deadly being in first, this is gonna be super annoying. Like Papa's Pyramid, if you have to deal with back spam, is horrible.
Yeah, imagine took a big risk there. He tries to spam that bomb to get the first hit guaranteed, but he ends up missing, and then Deadly doesn't even need to worry. He can just line it up and hit the bomb. And now the purple crate's gonna come through and potentially get into 5th place, depending on what Buzzy is able to roll.
I mean, these positions are still kind of
Looks
okay.
like Imagine managed to take out Angel's Shield with a cross missile.
It's probably not going to matter though. What? No, that's just That's just throwing.
Yeah, I think he tried a last-ditch effort to hit second with that missile.
Yeah, this nails his 8th place. I feel like that was an unnecessary risk.
Shotzi actually took a red beaker. Maybe Imagine still has a chance depending on how bad that red beaker effect is. But no, he's got mask.
He's too far behind.
And once again, Germany choking what could have been a very strong race and giving a bigger lead to Mexico coming into the final 2 tracks. And I think, I don't know how the point difference is for this race, but it could potentially mean that
it's
they...
+3.
Yeah, and Mexico only need a small win in the next race to guarantee that they win the match.
Yep. I think the exchange at the start between Imagine and Deadly was kind of interesting because Deadly rolled a bomb as well. Like, they both rolled a bomb. Imagine threw it away immediately, not even rear camming, not really aiming at all. Whereas Deadly was just kind of, he was patient. He waited until he's like past a shortcut, and then he just killed Imagine. So it's like, I don't know, sometimes patience is key.
Yeah, both strategies kind of have their own risks. Like, if you're patient and you wait, and the other guy spams and hits you straight away, then there you go, you shouldn't have held your item. But if you spam straight away, miss, and then the other guy holds their item and hits you, then you should have aimed it properly. It's like both ways is a risk, and it's kind of a dice roll.
Yep.
I can understand the play from Imagine though, because in theory that's the line that they would be taking for the shortcut where he bombed. But obviously Deadly didn't take that line in the end. In fact, did he actually take the shortcut?
Yeah, I think he went for the tight cut.
Yeah, so taking the tight cut there actually paid off. So final 2 tracks, Assembly Lane and Prehistoric. I was a bit slow, but I somehow they waited a bit at the start line so I could switch it. Okay, we're gonna see Imagine. No, Imagine doesn't actually go for the fast mask, interestingly. He's firing his bomb at the wall. And then fails the cut. And once again, Mexico are gonna get a really strong start, especially after hitting that bomb.
Yeah, this is another almost free top 2. I mean, Deadly is kind of in a dangerous spot, but what?
I think Imagine's feeling the pressure here.
Yeah. Which is kind of unusual because Imagine has been playing really well throughout all of the World Cup. I mean, there's a reason why he has been in pretty much every match that we've played so far. Like, internally, we said that Imagine is definitely important for us in a sense where he should definitely always be part of the lineup that's playing. But I can definitely feel... Oh, I can definitely see the pressure for sure. But I would imagine it's probably the same for everyone.
Meanwhile, Deadly actually dropped out hot too, so now we've got Buzzy and the Gnome occupying 2-3. The clock comes out, and
Lord.
Angel and Barracuda are both dodging this. Depending on whose mask lasts the longest, will decide who this benefits the most. Buzzy missing an opportunity to back bomb Angel. So now it's up to Barracuda to recover the damages from that clock, but actually I'm just shocked that bomb hit Barracuda there from Angel.
These positions that they have right now are very dangerous because that's match loss positions for Germany. So
Imagine's holding a clock. Now this could be good. So the thing is, Germany don't really have the dodges. Okay, Barca has a shield, and okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so first place died. This is huge because Barca can now claim first place.
3 people taken out by 1 nitro. Meanwhile, the purple crate also dodged, so he's gonna go up into second.
Oh, and
Imagine gets a very strong mask.
Very important, yeah. So he can cause some damage here, and he should. Yeah, nice.
But he's bunking the wolf's hit.
I mean, it's fine because it helps Bozzy.
Barracuda gaining another position. And Barracuda actually getting into second place. Shotzi doesn't have an item to fight Barracuda, and he's gonna get face nitroed. So Barracuda's earning that second place after the clock. But Bozzy and Imagine could end up losing to the 2 Cocos right behind them.
I mean, the top 2 is all that they need. As long as they have the top 2, they cannot lose. So
okay, Imagine gets hit by a missile, so he's gonna be down in the bum with the Mexicans. Bozzy's gonna try his best to run away. Deadly has a missile here, so if Bozzy isn't able to block this missile, then he could easily lose.
He's getting griefed. And Bozzy dies. Ugh.
Was that Imagine's orb?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, and that's the end of their top 3. There's a chance for Imagine to gain a position here. No, there isn't.
Okay, so... I mean, the top 2 is obviously good. Buzzy should be able to get 6th here. Oh, 1 died before the finish line?
Not gonna happen though.
Okay, so Buzzy gets 6th. So this is a +5 for Germany, which is still good. Like, that's definitely what they need.
They held on for another race.
Yeah, but they have to have a big win now. They need a +10. I mean, Germany is known for last race comebacks, so it's nothing we haven't seen already.
It's not out of the question. It's just if Mexico has a strong start, then they're gonna have to really focus up if they want any chance of breaking away, because if they see that position on Mexico's side and they think, well, it's not possible, then they're just gonna play worse. Yeah, a few people have mentioned if this +9, then we'll have another tiebreaker, just like the Colombia USA.
Yeah.
Prehistoric playground. I think this has been a decider track for a few matches. At least it's been the final track in a few matches.
It's a good track.
So this starting interaction is going to have a lot of impact. I'm expecting to see Magin and Angel go for a mask, and then we'll have the front runners fighting in the front. I think if either team gets the mask at the start, that's pretty much going to be the decider for the outcome of this race. Unless the person with the mask makes a choke.
It's always kind of hard to say because, you know, in Prehistoric Playground you got 9 item crates per lap if you go all out. So we're gonna see a lot of power items here. At least the chance is pretty high. Nice engine.
We don't see a mask fit.
Basa.
Imagine side.
Okay, Barracuda gets taken out. Basa is in front battling with.
And Imagine gets taken out, and now it's literally just on Basa to keep the dream alive for Germany.
Looking good though, looking good though.
Imagine gets the kill on Deadly, so he's moved up into 6th place. Wait, did he get the 10th? Okay, yeah. So Barracuda must have done that. Buzzy's holding an unjuiced orb right now, so it's pretty much up to Buzzer to roll a shield for them to use this.
I mean...
Buzzer, okay.
The orb makes more sense juiced. Because
Yeah,
they
for
need
sure.
more positions.
Without, like, not even without question. Barracuda's catching up to Coco. Maybe, I feel like Barracuda might be, maybe... Oh wait,
Yeah.
an orb just came out from Deadly, unjuiced.
Yeah.
So now
And
Germany
Buzzy
has to
uses
use
his
that.
orb too. Yeah. Okay, so we have another exchange at the top 2 here. Which... Oh, and Basa wins the exchange.
And
so
actually now
he's
Barracuda's
top
up in
2.
2nd. So these orbs have definitely worked in Germany's favor.
This is looking really good. Like, Buzzy... Oh, okay, we're seeing Angel gets taken out. Imagine passes by with a mask. And at the moment, Germany is...
A clock?
Wow.
No, it was an orb. It was an orb.
Was
Okay.
an orb, yeah.
And now Buzzy and... Okay, Buzzy's actually gone up to 4, so it's only Shotzi who's going to really gain from it.
So at the moment they are in, I think it's a +7 position.
Barracuda hits the back bomb on Shotzi.
Oh, this can still
Germany
work.
have to keep their calm, really.
Yeah, like they are close. Like the positions are almost enough. If Imagine gets like one good item roll here.
And that's the item that he could...
Okay.
That might actually be bad for him, because now he's defenseless and Shotzi has a shield.
Should just use it, honestly. No.
He's gonna get taken out.
Yeah, this
I think... Okay, they're gonna risk the
Yeah.
unjuiced orb.
Yeah, but I feel like... Yeah, Imagine has to get 6th, basically.
Unless Barracuda is able to kill Shotzi here. And that's pretty much what they're gonna have to rely on. Barracuda's slowing down. But Buzzy gets taken out by a bum.
This should be fine though.
Okay, Shotzi gets taken out at the finish line. It's not going to have an impact. Bus is too far. Imagine it's going to keep 6th place, and I think that's not enough for Germany, right?
Yeah, that's not enough.
So Mexico ends up winning.
Yeah, this is a win for Mexico. Well played.
Well, congratulations to Mexico. They've managed to go 3-0 in the group stage, and Germany are now eliminated. Which actually means Italy, miraculously after losing a pretty bad, pretty brutal loss, or a pretty important loss against Peru that could have easily sealed their deal. They're actually going to make it through. Very unfortunate for Germany, and it's pretty unfortunate that this lobby came into existence.
Yeah, I mean, Group D had an interesting dynamic this year. It was kind of similar like Group B last year. You know, remember Italy, Colombia, and what else was it? USA, I think. Yeah, we had the same situation this year in our group. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's a small loss. Overall, it's still, I think we've played as well as we could this year. It's a shame it wasn't enough for the final bracket, but it is what it is. The competition was obviously insane this year anyways. Again, many super strong teams in the final bracket, and I mean, you can see this even in other groups. The USA also dropped out, for example.
Well, GG's, that's going to be 196 to 194, and that's the final match of the group stage. So I can go ahead and plunk this into the spreadsheet, and we'll be able to see the bracket stage matches. Let's see. 196, 194. All right.
Yeah, if you like, the thing is, if you see a result like +2, you always feel like, man, any mistake would have done it. You know, like +2. This could have been any mistake, any one position loss, like one beaker hit, one TNT hit, one obstacle hit that could have changed the match. You know.
Yeah. We saw quite a few mistakes on Germany's behalf. Alright, it wasn't +2 because Deadlift's position glitched conveniently.
It was +4.
I guess so. Alright, 1 second.
Yeah, it's +4.
Let me get this up on the screen. Alright, so here we go. Group stage. Here are the final scores. So we see Group A, we got Saudi Arabia winning pretty what's the word I'm looking for?
Saudi Arabia is just gaming. Like
Yeah, pretty gamingly.
They've won everything this year so far.
Yeah, convincing win. And so Japan's gonna get second in that group, and then we'll have to say goodbye to Costa Rica and Latin America. Meanwhile, in our first death group, France holds on to first. A strange loss against Argentina. I'm not really sure that should have happened, but they wanted to get on their different lineup for one match while they still can. And then US, the intense loss against Colombia by 1 point in the tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, that
puts them out. Meanwhile, this group was kind of safe, kind of balanced. This is like the seeding positions, basically. Actually, wait. Okay, Chile actually were the second seeded, so them getting last, kind of against the seeding. And then meanwhile, as we've just witnessed, Italy manages to get into second by a tiny margin. Just 3 wins for Mexico and 1 win for everyone else. Really close.
Yep.
We saw a lot of upsets in this group for sure.